We have learnt chain rule. Now let's try to do the problems using chain rule. Exercise 5.2 from your textbook. Differentiate the following with respect to x. First problem, sine of x square plus 5. First step, take the given function as y is equal to sine of x square plus 5. Differentiate y with respect to x, right? dy by dx. Now, outermost you have sine. So, sine will be your first function. Inside sine, you have x square plus 5. So, x square plus 5 will be your second function. So, when you differentiate, you will get product of two functions. Sine of x square plus 5 y dy by dx. When you differentiate sine x, you will get cos x. Now, in the place of x, you have x square plus 5. So, differentiate sine of x square plus 5. You will get cos of x square plus 5. So, write it down. So, done with the first function, cover it up. Now, differentiate x square plus 5. So, into x square, when you differentiate, you will get 2x plus 5 plus, write it as it is, 5 when you differentiate 0. So, your answer is 2x cos of x square plus 5. Note it down. Look at the second problem. Cos of sin x. As usual, we will consider y is equal to cos of sin x. Y dy by dx. Now here you have again two functions. One is cos and the other is sin. Cos x, when you differentiate, you will get minus sin x. Remember, C functions on differentiation gives negative. So, differentiate y with respect to x. Outermost you have cos. Cos x is minus sin x. So, cos of sin x will be minus sin of, in the place of x, you will write sin x. So, minus sin of sin x. Done with the cos. Now close this cos function. Remaining is sin x. When you differentiate sin x, you will get, differentiate sin x, you will get cos x. So into cos x. This is your answer. Third problem. Differentiate sine of ax plus b with respect to x. Take the given function as y is equal to sine of ax plus b. dy by dx is equal to, outermost you have sine. Sine x, when you differentiate, you will get cos x. So, sine of ax plus b, when you differentiate, you will get cos of ax plus b. So, write it as it is, cos of ax plus b. So, done with sine. Now, you have ax plus b. Constant in multiplication will remain as it is. So, a will be as it is. X, when you differentiate, you will get 1 plus b, when you differentiate, 0. So, your answer will be a into 1 is a cos of ax plus b. Secant of tan of root x. First step, take the given function as y. Y is equal to secant of tan of root x. Here outermost you have secant, so start from the outermost. Secant will be your first function, then you have tan, tan will be your second function, and then you have root x. So to differentiate, root x will be your third function. So that means you will get product of three functions. Differentiate y with respect to x. Recall secant x formula. Secant x, when you differentiate, you get secant x tan x. Two best friends. Secant x, when you differentiate, secant x tan x. Now here you have secant of tan root x. So that means in the place of x you have tan root x. So here you will write it as secant of, wherever you have x, there you write tan root x. You have to just write the remaining function as it is. So secant of tan root x into tan of, in the place of x write tan root x. So tan of tan root x. So we are done with secant function, differentiation of secant function. Now differentiate tan root x. Tan, when you differentiate, tan x, when you differentiate, you will get secant square x. So here tan root x, when you differentiate, you will get secant square, in the place of x substitute root x. So done with the tan function. Next differentiate root x. Root x, when you differentiate, you will get 1 by 2 root x. So this is your final answer. Fifth problem, sine of ax plus b by cos of cx plus d. Which rule will you apply over here? Quotient rule. So first step, take the given function as y. Y is equal to sine of ax plus b upon cos of cx plus d. dy by dx is equal to, how will you start with? You will keep the denominator as it is. So use the quotient rule, keep the denominator as it is. Differentiate the numerator. Now in your numerator you will apply chain rule also. So when you differentiate numerator, sine of ax plus b, that is sine x, when you differentiate cos x. Sine of, in the place of x you have ax plus b. So sine of ax plus b will be cos of ax plus b. So write here cos of ax plus b. Done with sine. Next, ax plus b, when you differentiate, multiplication, product in multiplication will remain, constant in multiplication will remain as it is. So a will be as it is, x when you differentiate 1, b when you differentiate 0. So into a, then remember quotient rule, in between minus. Now keep the numerator as it is, sine of ax plus b. Differentiate the denominator, cos of cx plus d, that is when you differentiate cos x you will get minus sin x. Now you have to differentiate cos of cx plus d. So you will get minus sin of cx plus d. Save it up with the bracket, minus sin of cx plus d. Because you have a negative function here, write it in the bracket. Now done with cos. Now differentiate cx plus d. Again constant in multiplication will remain as it is, x when you differentiate 1, so you will get here c. The entire function upon square of the denominator, cos square cx plus d. Little bit rearrange and simplify your answer. So a cos cx plus d into cos ax plus b, minus of minus, plus c sin ax plus b into sin cx plus d upon cos square cx plus d. This is your answer. Quite a lengthy one, but not a difficult one. Next problem. Cos x cube into sin square x to the power 5. So first step, we will take the given function as y, cos x cube into sin square x to the power 5. I am stressing on into y because cos x cube is the first function, sin square x to the power 5 second function. So these are product of two functions where you will apply product rule. So apply product rule over here. Dy by dx, product rule. Keep the first function as it is. Differentiate the second function. Now how to differentiate this? Now sin square x to the power 5. So this is sin square of x to the power 5. So sin square of it is a sin x the whole square. Sin square of an augment means sin x the whole square. Here in the place of x you have x to the power 5. So this means sin x to the power 5 whole square. So what do you have outermost? You have outermost the power. So first in chain rule, come from the outermost, differentiate the power. So this will be your first function to differentiate. Then you will use sine function, differentiate sine. So this will be your second function, and then differentiate x to the power 5, which will be your third function. So when you differentiate sine square of x to the power 5 or sin x to the power 5 the whole square, first bring the power down. It is just like how you use x to the power n. Base is a function, power is a constant. So bring the power down to sin x to the power 5 whole power 2 minus 1, which will be 1. So you are done with the power. Now differentiate sin x to the power 5. When you differentiate sin x, you get cos x. Differentiate sin x to the power 5, you get cos x to the power 5. So done with sine function. Differentiate x to the power 5, you get again x to the power n rule. Bring the power down, reduce 1 from the power. So 5 x to the power 4. So write the same over here. You are differentiating the second function. So derivative of second function is nothing but this function. 2 into 5 is 10. So into 10 sin x to the power 5 into cos x to the power 5 into x to the power 4. So we kept the first function as it is. Find the derivative of the second function, plus keep the second function as it is, sin square of x to the power 5. Find the derivative of the first function. Now let's see the first function. D by dx of cos x cube. Here x cube is the augment. So what do you have outermost? Outermost you have cos. Differentiate cos, you will get minus sin x cube. Cos x when you differentiate, minus sin x. Cos x cube when you differentiate, minus sin x cube. So done with cos. Next differentiate x cube, you will get 3x square. Write it down as it is. Since it's a negative function, write it in the bracket. minus sine x cube into 3x square. Rearrange 10 x to the power 4 cos x cube into sine x to the power 5 into cos x to the power 5 plus into minus is minus, so we will write minus over here, 3 x square sine square x to the power 5 sine x cube. Done with the sixth problem. Let's go for the seventh problem. As usual, take the given function as y. Y is equal to 2 square root of cot of x square. Differentiate y with respect to x. So don't forget to write dy by dx in your left hand side. Now constant in multiplication, this is 2 into root of cot of x square. So constant in multiplication will remain as it is. Next, root x, outermost you have square root. So square root will be your first function, cot will be your second function, and x square will be your third function. So square root, that is root x. What is derivative of root x? 1 by 2 root x. So apply the same over here. Root of cot of x square will be 1 by 2 square root of cot of x square. So into 1 by 2 square root of cot of x square. So done with the first square root. Go for the second, cot. When you differentiate cot x, remember c function on differentiating will be negative. So cot x will be minus cosecant square x. So here cot of x square will be minus cosecant square of, in the place of x you will write x square. So we will write it in the bracket, minus cosecant square of x square. So done with the cot function. Next, differentiate x square. X square, x to the power n form, bring the power down, reduce 1 from the power. So you will get 2x. 2 and 2 will get cancelled, minus 2 into x into cosecant square of x square upon square root of cot of x square. This will be the answer. Eighth problem. Cos of root x. Differentiate cos of root x with respect to x. Take the given function as y. Differentiate y with respect to x. Now, when you differentiate cos x, this is your y function, dy by dx function. Differentiate cos x, you will be getting, remember c function, negative, so minus sin x. So cos of root x, in the place of x you will write root x. So cos of root x will be minus sine of root x. So here you will write minus sine of root x. So done with the cos function. Next you have root x. Root x, when you differentiate, by now you will be thorough with this function. Root x, when you differentiate, you get 1 by 2 root x. So into 1 by 2 root x. That's it. This is your answer. Let's go for exercise 5.4 from your textbook. Because 5.4 we will be using chain rule again, only chain rule. Differentiate the following with respect to x. e to the power x by sin x will be your first problem. You know the first step, take the given function as y. So y is equal to e to the power x by sin x. Differentiate y with respect to x. Don't forget to write dy by dx. Which rule? Quotient rule. Quotient rule, keep the denominator as it is, sin x will be as it is. Differentiate e to the power x. You know e to the power x is a lovely function. On finding its derivative, it will remain as it is. So e to the power x differentiation will be e to the power x. So into e to the power x. Quotient rule, in between minus. Now keep the numerator as it is. Differentiate the denominator. Sin x, when you differentiate, by now you will be thorough with all these functions. You will get cos x. So sin x differentiate cos x upon square of the denominator. So square of the denominator, that means what? Sin x the whole square. Now beautify your answer. E to the power x is common here. So take e to the power x common out. You will be getting sin x minus cos x upon sin x the whole square. You can also write it as sin square x. That's it. Done with the first problem. E to the power sin inverse x. Take the first step as y. Y is equal to e to the power sin inverse x. dy by dx is equal to, you have e, outermost is e to the power x. When you differentiate, e to the power x. Now in the place of x you have sin inverse x. So e to the power sin inverse x will be e to the power sin inverse x as it is. Write it down. So done with e. Next differentiate sin inverse x. Sin inverse x, when you differentiate, you will get 1 by square root of 1 minus x square. So into 1 by square root of 1 minus x square. Done? Quite simple. We will go for the third problem. Again, chain rule in e to the power x type. So take the given function as y. Differentiate y with respect to x. dy by dx is equal to outermost e. So e to the power x will remain as e to the power x on differentiation. So e to the power x cube will remain as it is as e to the power x cube. So done with e. Now go for x cube. X cube is remaining. Which form? X to the power n form. Bring the power down, reduce 1 from the power. So x cube on differentiation will give you 3x square. So 3x square e to the power x cube is the answer. Fourth problem, sine of tan inverse of e to the power minus x. So many functions, so many chain rule to apply. Take the given function as y is equal to sine of tan inverse of e to the power minus x. How many do you have? Sine will be your first function. Tan inverse will be your second function. E to the power minus x will be your third function. We are not done yet. Remember, here this is not x, this is minus x. So minus x will be your fourth function. Okay, let's differentiate. Dy by dx is equal to sine x when you differentiate cos x. Now in the place of x you have tan inverse of e to the power minus 6. So you will write cos of tan inverse of e to the power minus 6. So cos of tan inverse of e to the power minus 6. The remaining as it is, you have to write it as it is. Sign when you differentiate, cos of tan inverse of e to the power minus 6 as it is. Done with the sign? Good. Now go for tan inverse. Tan inverse of e to the power minus 6. So recall tan inverse x formula. Tan inverse x is 1 by 1 plus x square. Now what do you have in the place of x? You have e to the power minus x. So that means what? Here in the place of x you will write e to the power minus x, and then you have whole square. Multiply the powers, so you will be getting e to the power minus x into 2 will be minus 2x. Hope you understood this. I will repeat. Tan inverse x, in the place of tan inverse x is 1 by 1 plus x square. In the place of x you have e to the power minus x. So it will be e to the power minus x the whole square, which is nothing but e to the power minus 2x. So write it as it is. Tan inverse of e to the power minus x will be 1 by 1 plus e to the power minus 2x. Got it? Done with tan inverse. Next go for e to the power minus x. When you differentiate e to the power x, you get e to the power x. When you differentiate e to the power minus x, you get e to the power minus x. Quite simple. Okay, so done with e to the power minus 6, your third function. Next, what is remaining? Yes, minus x. Don't forget, minus x when you differentiate, you will get minus 1. Because this is minus 1 constant in multiplication as it is, x when you differentiate 1. So minus x is nothing but minus 1. Now rearrange and write minus e to the power minus x cos of tan inverse of e to the power minus x upon 1 plus e to the power minus 2x. Looks complicated but not difficult. Next problem, fifth one. Y is equal to log of cos of e to the power x. This is quite a simple function. Log x will be your first function in chain rule. Next you have cos x, which will be your second function in chain rule, and third will be your e to the power x. Simple differentiation. Dy by dx is equal to, now log x, when you differentiate you get 1 by x. Log x is 1 by x. So log of, in the place of x, what do you have? Cos of e to the power x. So you will get 1 by cos of e to the power x. So log of cos of e to the power x will become 1 by cos of e to the power x. Done with log? Cos of e to the power x. Cos x, when you differentiate, remember cos, c on differentiation will give you a negative value. So minus sin x. So minus, save it up with a bracket. So minus sin of e to the power x. Done with cos. E to the power x differentiate, a very lovely function, e to the power x as it is. So let's rearrange and write minus e to the power x sin e to the power x by cos e to the power x will give you tan e to the power x. Next, seventh problem, y is equal to square root of e to the power root x. So how many functions do you have here? Outermost is the square root, this will be your first function. Then you have e, which will be your second function. Again you have root x, which will be your third function. So dy by dx will be equal to, you will be getting product of three functions. Root x in general, outermost you have square root. So root x in general, when you differentiate, you will get 1 by 2 root x. As it is, apply the same principle. That means what? In the place of x, you will write e to the power root x. In the place of x, write e to the power root x. So you will get 1 by 2 square root of e to the power root x. So done with the first. Go for the second. Second is e to the power x. When you differentiate, you will get e to the power x. So e to the power root x, when you differentiate, you will get e to the power root x. So into e to the power root x. Next, root x, when you differentiate, you will get 1 by 2 root x. So into 1 by 2 root x. Arrange it properly. E to the power root x upon 2 into 2 is 4. Both are in the square root. So write it together. Square root of x into e to the power root x. We are done with the seventh answer. Log of log x. As usual, take the given function as y. So y is equal to log of log x. Differentiate y with respect to x. Here you have log outermost. So that will be the first function of chain rule. Next you have log x, which will be the second function of the chain rule. Log x, when you differentiate, you will get 1 by x. So apply the concept as it is. In the place of x, you have log x. So log of log x, when you differentiate, you will get 1 by log x. In the place of x, you will write log x. So 1 by log x into, done with the first. Log x, when you differentiate, you will get 1 by x. So your answer will be 1 by x log x. Cos x by log x. Take the given function as y. Y is equal to cos x by log x. Which rule will you apply here? Of course, quotient rule. Keep the denominator as it is. So log x will be as it is. Differentiate the numerator. Cos x, when you differentiate, you will get minus sin x. So write it in the bracket. Negative function, always write it in the bracket. So minus sin x. This is quotient rule. So in between, minus. Keep the numerator as it is. Cos x as it is. Differentiate log x. Log x, when you differentiate, you get 1 by x upon square of the denominator, that is log x the whole square. In this you have minus, in this function also you have minus. So take minus common out. You will be getting sin x into log x plus, because you have taken minus common out, cos x into 1 by x upon log x the whole square. Done with the ninth problem. 10th one, cos of log x plus e to the power x. Take the given function as y. Differentiate y with respect to x. Why do you take the given function as y? So that you don't forget to write dy by dx, which is equally important. So cos of log x plus e to the power x. Outermost you have cos function. This together, log x plus e to the power x together will make up your second function of chain rule. Cos x, when you differentiate, you get minus sin x. Now here in the place of x you have log x plus e to the power x. So you will write it as it is, minus sin of, here you will write the augment as log x plus e to the power x. So minus sin of log x plus e to the power x. So done with outermost cos. Next, log x plus e to the power x. Log x, when you differentiate, you get 1 by x. So write it as it is, 1 by x. You have plus here, put plus here. E to the power x, again the easiest one. E to the power x on differentiation will be e to the power x. So this is your answer for the 10th one. Few more problems. Sin to the power 10x. If you have, what do you mean by this? Y is equal to sin to the power 10x means it is sin x the whole power 10. So the outermost you have the power. So power will be your first function of chain rule. Then you have sin x, which will be the second function of the chain rule. So dy by dx will be equal to, it is of x to the power n form. X to the power n, when you differentiate you get n x to the power n minus 1. Don't forget. Bringing the power down, subtract 1 from the power. So the same concept, bring the power down, 10 sin x whole power, 10 minus 1 is 9. Sin x, so done with this, go for sin x. Sin x, when you differentiate, cos x. You can write it as 10 sin to the power 9x into cos x. Second problem, tan 20x. Y is equal to tan 20x. Differentiate y with respect to x. Outermost you have tan and then you have 20x. Tan x, when you differentiate, you get secant square x. Tan x and cot x will give you square of a function. So remember it in that way. Tan x, when you differentiate, you get secant square x. Now tan of 20x will give you secant square of 20x. So secant square of 20x. So done with tan. 20x. Now differentiate 20x. 20 into x. Constant in multiplication will remain as it is. X, when you differentiate, 1. So your answer will be 20 secant square of 20x. Problem, cot cube x. Take the given function as y. Differentiate y with respect to x. Cot cube x means what? It is cot x the whole cube. So outermost you have the power and then you have cot x. First bring the power down, x to the power n form, 3 cot x the whole square. I'll write it as cot square x directly. So done with the power. Cot x, when you differentiate, so cot x, when you differentiate, you get minus cosecant square x. Write it as it is. A negative function, write it in the bracket, minus cosecant square x. Rearrange and write minus 3 cot square x into cosecant square x. So done with this third problem. Fourth problem, cot of 4x plus 5. Y is equal to cot of 4x plus 5. So dy by dx is equal to, how will you go with it? Cot, when you differentiate you will get minus cosecant square x. So minus cosecant square, in the place of x you will write 4x plus 5. So done with the cot. Next 4x plus 5, constant in multiplication as it is, x when you differentiate 1 plus 5 when you differentiate 0. So you will be getting minus 4 into cosecant square of 4x plus 5. Quite a simple one. X square plus 2x into sin x. Take the given function as y. Dy by dx is equal to product of two functions, first function, second function, product of two functions, UV rule. Apply UV rule, keep the first function as it is, differentiate the second function, sin x when you differentiate cos x, plus UV rule in between, plus keep sin x as it is, differentiate x square plus 2x. X square when you differentiate you will get 2x plus 2x when you differentiate you will get 2. So done. Sixth problem, log to the power 4x. Take the given function as y. Y is equal to, what do you mean by log to the power 4x? It is log x the whole power 4. So that means outermost you have the power. So x to the power n form, dy by dx is equal to, bring the power down, 4, reduce 1 from the power. 4 into log x whole power, 4 minus 1 is 3. So done with the power. Next differentiate log x. Log x when you differentiate you will get 1 by x. So done with the sixth problem. Seventh problem, 3 by x minus 4 by x cube, take it as y. Differentiate y with respect to x, dy by dx. Now this is 3 into 1 by x. So constant in multiplication will be as it is. 1 by x when you differentiate, recall, 1 by x when you differentiate you will get minus 1 by x square. You are using x to the power n form over here. Similarly here you will get minus 1 by x square. You have minus here, put the sign as it is. Now this you can also write it as, you have 1 by x cube, take x cube to the numerator, it will be x to the power minus 3. So minus 4, constant in multiplication as it is, x to the power minus 3, apply x to the power n form, minus 3 take it down, minus 3 minus 1 will give you x to the power minus 4. So minus 3 by x square, minus into minus is plus, 4 into 3 is 12, x to the power minus 4, write it as 12 by x to the power 4.